Let me paint you a picture. Imagine a child who's only 8 years old, but instead of worrying about toys or cartoons, they're worrying about paying bills, cooking meals, or protecting their younger siblings. On the outside, people might say, wow, they're so mature for their age. But inside, their brain and body are carrying a weight they were never built to handle that early. So let's break this down with psychology and neurology. When a child grows up too fast, maybe because of stress at home, neglect, or being forced into adult responsibilities, their brain develops differently. The part of the brain that's supposed to focus on play, learning, and social skills gets overshadowed by the amygdala, the stress center. This put their nervous system in what's called a constant sympathetic state and fight or flight mode. Here's what that means in everyday behavior. Instead of laughing and playing, the child is hyper alert, scanning for danger like an adult would. Instead of trusting others, they may become withdrawn because their brain has learned that people aren't safe. Instead of expressing emotions freely, they hold them back because showing weakness once felt dangerous. And then there's the little voice inside their head and the one that dominates their thoughts. For most kids, that inner voice might say, "Can I play?" Or "I wonder what's for dinner." But for the child who grew up too fast, that voice is heavy. It might whisper, "Don't mess up," or "Everyone will be mad at you." It's your job to keep the family together. You're not allowed to cry. Be strong. Or even if something goes wrong, it's your fault. That voice is really just the nervous system echoing the environment the child grew up in. Neurology shows us that when stress is always active, the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain that handles focus, creativity, and decision making, doesn't get the same chance to grow. So instead of a voice that's curious or playful, they develop a voice that's critical, demanding, or fearful. You can see it in small things. Picture a child who gets anxious asking for new shoes because that voice inside says, "Don't be a burden." Or a teenager who can't enjoy hanging out with friends because the voice says, "You should be home taking care of your family." Psychology teaches us that when we see these behaviors, the over-responsible child, the too mature teenager, the adult who can't relax, we're really seeing a nervous system shaped by early pressure. But here's the hopeful part. The brain is plastic. That voice inside can be retrained. Safety, therapy, healthy relationships, even just being seen and understood can start to soften that voice. Over time, it can shift from "don't mess up" to "you're safe now," from "be strong" or else to "it's okay to be human." Because at the end of the day, no child should have to trade their childhood for survival. And hey, if you found this breakdown helpful, and you want to be part of sharing psychology so more people can understand themselves and others, make sure to like this video and subscribe. That way, you'll be here for the next one where we keep diving deeper into how psychology shapes our lives.